What's up guys? How is everyone doing? Hello. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited because today I was gonna do a what I eat in a day, a year and a half post-op VSG, but then I decided not to because I had a bad morning and I just couldn't get to it. I have seen a lot of those videos and a lot of them are really discouraging because I mean, there's a lot of food police out there and that's all good and dandy, and yeah, do as good as you can because you had the surgery, but also like I'm a real life human, so I thought it would be cool to make one on me and how I eat because it's not perfect, but I am trying and I think everything's fine in moderation, and that's not the point of this video. That's not what I'm doing today. Today, I figured I would do a Q&A for one of the last days of my 5-day VSG update. Still not sure what I'm gonna do for day 5, but this is day 4, and I just thought it would be fun, so that's what we're doing. The first question I got, did you become lactose intolerant? English. Did you become lactose intolerant after surgery? I had a craving and drank skim chocolate milk up all night with John. Must be the toilet. I think that's what that means. Big mistake. Just curious as to why I can't handle milk now. I do know that it is very common. I truly think that it's because milk has a lot of sugar in it, but I don't know about skim milk. I don't think it has that much sugar, so I don't know about that. I haven't tried it. Cottage cheese used to be one of my favorites, and I just can't handle it now, but I do handle milk fine, but a lot of people don't. So yeah, it is common. I also think that I believe there's an enzyme in your stomach called renin. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. And it helps you digest milk, so maybe when like a bunch of your stomach's cut out, it is also out and you just can't digest it as well. I don't know. But yeah, it's common. And did that answer the question? I'm already bad at this. How painful is the sleeve surgery? If you watched my first video, I can't describe how painful it was for me. I do know that every single person is completely different, and you can't really ask someone that because everyone's answer is going to be so different. I was told it was going to be so easy and it was going to be nothing compared to other surgeries I had got, and it was the complete opposite. So that's just, I mean, there are no bad questions, but you just can't assume from someone else's. Mine was painful. That's my answer. With our new tummies, can you describe the fullness feeling? I started soft foods and this salmon is not sitting well. Feels like heartburn and like food is stuck. That's pretty much what it feels like. For not so much heartburn, but when I start to get full, before I feel it, I start burping. And you have to eat slow because you're like, your stomach doesn't realize you're full right away. Your mind doesn't realize before your stomach. You have to eat slow, and for me, I'll start burping, almost like the hiccups, but they're burps, and I feel it sitting in my chest if I do continue to eat, as if I don't have enough room down here. But that's why you have to eat slow, so you don't get to that point. You know, it's not natural for you to feel full. It is natural to feel hunger, but you should never eat to the point of feeling full. You just need to eat to the point of feeling content, and I think as Americans, that's where we probably all go wrong. I don't know. Okay. I wish I would learn my lesson and eat slowly. I am tired of being in pain. So that's not a question, but it goes with what I just said. Yeah, eat slowly. I'm sorry. I wish we would all learn that because that's no fun. And a year and a half out and I still have problems with that, especially if I wait try not to wait until you're starving. Once you feel yourself getting hungry, then maybe try to start planning your meal so you could be ready when you're hungry. Because my mistake is always waiting until I'm starving, and then I want to eat really fast, and that's when I end up hurting myself. And who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. How do I make sure I get enough water in? I'm on day 2 post-op and it really hurts going down. I never like thought it hurt. It was just uncomfortable and hard to get used to, but to get enough water in, I don't think I mean, yeah, worry about it your first few weeks, but it's, as far as I'm concerned, was impossible. I still have trouble getting all my orders in. Like, just try to take sips every 15 minutes. And if you are at a job or if you have kids and you're not just sitting there with a timer, it's gonna be a struggle. I still struggle with it. So set a timer. Keep your water at your desk if you work at a desk job. And every time you look at it, take a sip. I have no good advice for that, because the only time I get enough liquid in is when I'm drinking 0-calorie like Gatorade, because it's yummy. What was your why for surgery? I didn't want to die. We have a lot of diabetes and heart problems and all that stuff in my mom's side of the family, and I had seen myself going down that road and I didn't want to, and I want to live longer, be with my kids and my family longer. I don't know. That is not insightful at all, but that is my why, and it has worked for me, and I am healthier now for it, so go me. Do you feel like nothing tastes good anymore? No, not particularly. Maybe if you're earlier in your journey, that might be so, because I did crave a lot of different things. I wanted healthier food, but your mind is super powerful, so that might have been it. I used to really love like chips and stuff, and when I first got my surgery, I don't think it was that it was so much gross as it just made me really sick, and in turn I didn't like it anymore and I did not crave it anymore. I didn't really try to eat that stuff, but certain things that I did like, that I tried, didn't it's not that they didn't taste good, but the way they made me feel made me not crave them anymore. Does that make sense? So, but I do think a lot of people, like, their taste changes, but I think it's because it's in your mind and you're like, I'm not supposed to be eating this, and it doesn't make me feel good, and your mind is like, ew, I'm gonna be sick, why am I gonna... I think it's in our head, but that's good. If you don't like the way anything tastes, then you're not gonna be eating crap. You're gonna be trying to fill yourself with the protein you need. When do you stop feeling tired and weak and start feeling more energetic? For me, this took at least 2 months. The first few weeks I was just in bed. I was so tired, and even after that I was really tired for a few months. It was when I was able to start eating like solid food, I think, that I started getting more energy. To me, I believe food is fuel, and if you're not eating it, you don't have that fuel. But like I said, every person is different. As far as I know, a lot of people feel tired for the first few weeks until they start getting their full vitamin intake. So just plan on being tired for like 2 months probably. It may not take that long, but plan for the worst and hope for the best, I guess, right? I want to prepare for the pre-op liquid diet. Any advice on what you buy for your liquid diet? Shakes, broths, etc. Obviously I went and got everything that was on my list of things I could get, literally everything. And my mistake was I got a lot of chicken broth, and I couldn't stomach it. It was so nasty, and you're starving. But then my mom on like day 2 brought me some stuff, and she got me beef broth, and I was like, okay, but I was out of chicken broth. I needed it because I only got a little bit of everything because I wanted to see what was gonna work better for me. Anyways, the beef broth was so much better in my opinion than the chicken broth. And I did make my own broth from soup, but you really, I think if it's either beef or chicken, it's probably better for you. The vegetable broth was really yummy too. Or if you make your own soup and just drink the broth, that's good. But like I said, the beef broth was, it was so good, especially when you're so hungry. So yeah. And Jello, because it feels like you're eating something, but it's like okayed for your liquid diet. So get Jello and beef broth. 6 months out, please tell me that the hair loss will stop soon. I think I started losing my hair at 4 months out. And it was traumatic because that was like one of the things, or the thing I was the most worried about. I'm like, you know, I could have plastic surgery and get my skin removed if it's that bad later. But my hair has always been like the thing that I love so much. I lost so much hair, and I remember the day I started losing it because me and my husband were already kind of bickering, and I went to go take a shower, and as I was wringing out my hair, I saw like, and I don't have a lot of hair to begin with, but I saw a lot of hair in my hand, more so than usual. You're always gonna lose some no matter what. So but you'll realize when, like, the day you start losing it, it's not like you start losing a little bit and a little bit more. It's like it all happens in that first day that it starts, and it's different for everyone. And I tried to follow all the rules as to what would help. I did everything that they said to do to prevent it, and it didn't work. Like, you could be getting all your vitamins, you could be getting all your protein, you could do everything to try not to let it happen, but if it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for 6 months to a year probably. I stopped losing like maybe 2 months ago. So for about a year I was losing all my hair. Somehow it didn't look like I lost all of it, and I don't know how because I don't have a lot of hair, but I guess just prepare yourself. There's nothing you can do. There's no tips. Remedies for the hiccups, they just won't stop. I don't have any remedies, I'm so sorry. And I don't mean to laugh. I just remember that was like one of my biggest problems. Try not to eat until you're too full, because that's always when I tend to get them. I think your body just is trying to adjust and your stomach does that. I don't know. But no, I don't have any remedies. I wish I did because I still have that problem. What was your first week like after surgery, and what strategies did you use to get enough liquids and proteins? I didn't get enough liquids and proteins, and I still probably don't, and I'm very, very sorry. It's rough, and you're probably not going to get your liquids and proteins. Like I said before, just try to take sips every 15 minutes if you can. If you're at home, keep it with you and have an alarm on your phone. As annoying as it is, that's the only really, like, that's, what else are you going to do? Have you had any problems with vision post-op? Yeah. I was actually really scared the day after my surgery. They put this patch behind my ear for nausea, like right when I woke up, or before I woke up even. And I guess I like rubbed it, and then I rubbed my eyes, and my vision was blurry. And I don't mean like, oh, it's a little bit blurry. I mean like I couldn't see. It was so blurry, and it was scary, and I was freaking out. And then they told me, oh, it's from that patch, and I said, well, when? And I don't know if it was even from rubbing it, because I've actually talked to a lot of other people that had the same problem. And I said, well, when is it gonna get better? Like, I couldn't see. And they said, when you take it off. Like, that was, it was so lame. But I asked them if I could take it off sooner than they had planned for me to take it off, because they wanted me to keep it on. And as soon as I was off my IVs, I think is when they let me take it off. And sure enough, it got better. Like, I don't know, it was the weirdest thing. As far as like my daily vision, I've always kind of had bad vision, so I can't tell if it's worse because of surgery or if it's just time for new glasses. But yeah, if you have that patch behind your ear, you're gonna have blurry vision, and it's not permanent. Anyways, I know that was short and sweet, and I'm sorry if it wasn't incredibly informative, but my dog went to go get groomed and she's ready to be picked up, so I had to hurry. I hope you enjoyed this video. I've actually really liked making these videos. I didn't think that I was going to. If you would like to see what I eat in a day over your post-op VSG, then go ahead and let me know, and I could try to get on that. If there's any other videos that you'd be interested in seeing, or topics that you would like me to talk about, then feel free to let me know and I will make a video for you. Other than that, I will see you in day 5, which I still don't know what it's gonna be about, so I guess we'll find out together. Bye.
I live inside my own world of make-believe.